Oh, Sabrina. Now, I I don't know what to say. I like how, for the most part, the fan base, not everyone, because I know somebody in one of my videos like, "Hey, you don't speak for me," and I make it clear like I'm not just talking about every single fan. I say a majority, and when I say majority, and you don't agree with me in terms of the stance I'm taking on a particular topic, then just know that you're in the minority. Okay, but in any case, this video I want to talk about how what or ask the question, what exactly was Sabrina trying to accomplish by going to the juice bar to confront Rich? I mean, at this point, it's been a month. Rich, I guess we're under the assumption that in episode 19, when Sabrina was like, "I choose me," and Rich got up and left, there hasn't been any communication whatsoever. Now, Sabrina did say that, you've been ignoring my calls and my text, and it's been a month. At that point, I think it's clear that, yeah, you two are broken up. There's no need of trying to get any sort of closure because what's that? No response is a response, because she even goes on to say, "You broke up with me." Look, I never broke up with you. I gave you what I thought you wanted. What, ghosting me? But at that point, it's like, no. And I think the benediction was him saying, "You know what? I think I want to just focus on my goals and my dreams too." AKA, you do you, I'm going to do me. Or as Kevin Hart say, do you, boo boo. And then, Sabrina tries to justify her decision based on the fact that, all the emotional stuff and whatnot I went through and the financial burden of putting all that money into the egg procedure. And I had no choice, Rich. And he talks about how it's like you made that decision without me because, yeah, at the end of the day, it was Sabrina's decision. But the thing was, she made the decision to freeze her eggs and whatnot while in a relationship. So for me, if I were in Rich's position, the moment she said, "I choose me," that let me know, okay, all right, that pretty much solidifies the fact that there is no more us if you're choosing yourself. So it's almost like the only reason she went to the juice shop was to, quote unquote, get confirmation her and Rich were done, because for the past month it seems clear her and Damani have been getting closer, because when I saw those two walking through the airport and laughing and stuff, I was under the assumption that they were already in a relationship, like they were already dating, but that doesn't seem to be the case. And when they're at her apartment and, Damani's talking about how, "I like making you smile and whatnot, and I hope I can have a lot more moments like that, AKA, would you like to start dating?" And Sabrina's like, "Well, there's a lot going on." And I saw some people calling Sabrina. I was like, see, Sabrina, that's her problem. Like, she's acting like she didn't know Damani liked her. AKA, Rich was right when he initially offered the sperm, but Sabrina kept acting ditzy like there wasn't anything to worry about. And I think I tweeted it out. I said, Sabrina is the living embodiment of you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. So I feel like her going to Rich to, get the quote unquote confirmation was her way of coming out of this without looking bad. So it's like, no, I want to make sure me and Rich are done for good. So if I do start dating Damani, it won't look like he was right. Like, oh, well, Damani did like me and I just ignored it. No. And it was even crazier when she went to the juice shop, and then I'm sure Tony called you already. It's like, well, yeah, I just wanted to make sure the stories matched up. And I mean, I think Rich has the right to say that because, these sisters have a knack for telling a story one way while omitting certain details to make it look like they're the victim, when in actuality, they're typically the instigators who don't want to accept accountability, which is one of my favorite moments of the series, let alone that one episode where Tony said, "You and your little sister circle, you need to take accountability." And I'm like or hate Tony, love or hate Tony, he dropped the bar. And that's a fact that all these women need to take into consideration. The fact that if you took some accountability, most of the issues you find yourselves in wouldn't be an issue because you would recognize your own faults, but they don't want to. They don't want to. I mean, heck, the moment she even said it was self-defense, I'm like, would you shut the hell up, Sabrina? You don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I think that Sabrina just went to the shop. And I thought it was petty too, because yes, Rich has showed up to her job before. She's gotten embarrassed by him before. But typically when Rich shows up to the bank, it's to go to Sabrina's office or to an area where it's not a lot of people. She came to the juice shop in the middle of like a busy hour or whatnot, and she was holding up the line and everything. So she even went as far as to, leave, and then she overheard Rich greeting the customer and saying, "Oh, I like your dress." And then she turns around and just throws money like, "Oh, it's on me." And it looked really pathetic rather than like a mic drop moment. So it's like, oh, so you got in your feelings because Rich was showing attraction to a woman, yet it's okay for you to go on a trip and then laugh and smile, grinning ear to ear with Damani? Get the hell out of here, Sabrina. So yeah, she's manipulative and messy. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.